Hey everybody, it's Marshall Monkey here. This is going to be my Arrow Season 4 Episode 10 review and rundown. A lot of stuff to run down. I'm not going to get too much into it. I will put edits in this video though, just because I haven't done edits in a while. But I'm not going to get too much into what happened in the episode, just because there's a whole lot to run down. But I'm going to go over my general things about it, give you my highlights, and just talk about some of the things that we saw. We had a big reveal at the end. About the grave, which I'm also going to talk about, so just let's get started. Okay, so this episode was really big because, one, Thea, of course, that was just a huge thing about this episode. Oliver also had, played a huge part in this episode. In the beginning, when you see that montage with Oliver in the hospital with Felicity, but you also see the montage of him with that ghost, like just interrogating that ghost, was amazing. And he did kill the ghost. The ghost thug that he interrogated is dead. And I like how they're doing this because this kind of does this thing where it's like, okay, Diggle says in the episode, Oliver, you will lose your humanity that you've worked so hard to do, from when Diggle first met him. And it's really cool when he first met Oliver. It's really cool that they're doing this because if you see, people like Batman who, strictly no-kill rule. Recently. Not, sometimes when he has killed in the comics, but in the first part of the comics. But anyway, when you see people like that do not kill, they have the strict no-killing rule, which is what Batman is all about, and sometimes Joker gets into that as well. With Batman, you see things like Arrow, the TV show, that's using Green Arrow. He's kind of switching back and forth from killing and non-killing. We saw him in the beginning of the series in season 1. Now he's been doing well, but now he's like, oh, Felicity's Felicity. There's a lot of stuff going on with her right now in the hospital. I don't care about no killing rule. So he goes after just everything. He goes after that ghost. He kills that ghost thug. He tells Quentin, "Hey, I'm gonna kill this guy. This is serious. I'm going back one more time for the killing rule." And then he also tells Quentin, "Hey, you're gonna go to the Arrow Cave in the bunker. Or I guess not Arrow Cave anymore, but into the bunker, and you can live there because they're gonna be looking for you." But anyway, it was really cool to see that they did that. They twisted it up and changed it back to the killing for a little bit. I like how they're doing that because if it was a Batman TV show, they may have not done that because Batman, is a big character with non-killing. But with Green Arrow, they've changed it up a little bit to where Oliver has killed this ghost thug and now he's planning on killing Darhk, which is really interesting as well. So let's talk about Anarky. Anarky is back. Lonnie Machin, he is back. Really amazing episode because of that. I feel like this episode was magnified with a whole bunch of Thea. I feel like Thea has not been my favorite character over this season just because of her bloodlust and that whole storyline. I'm not really crazy about it. But this episode, Thea, oh my gosh, just thumbs up for me. I feel like my favorite character in this episode is Thea and Oliver kind of equal as into my favorite characters. Then we have, Laurel was pretty good in this episode. Diggle would have to be my next... No, it'd be Oliver and Thea, then Diggle, then Laurel. And maybe even a little bit of Felicity tied in with Laurel, too. But Thea, definitely one of my favorites of this episode. Whereas she, Lonnie Machin, I don't know if he wants to get hurt or not, but he's trying. He's just oh, you want to kill me, but you think you can control yourself, but you can't. And Thea's like, well, I'm gonna bust your teeth out. But she's like, oh, but I can't do that. And so she even, wounds him a little bit with the arrow to his neck, and it was just so much fun. I loved seeing that. I want to see more Thea. I want to see more of Thea do things like that, deal with this in this way. Over the past few episodes, we've seen her deal with this bloodlust, and it's kind of annoying, but this episode, just temptation. Temptation was the big thing for her, and I feel like she learned her lesson. Don't give into it, because she doesn't want to become a monster like she was, and that was, kind of the theme of this episode for her, in this episode, which is really cool. Oliver, as well, is just, in this episode, 100% craziness. He has this plan. He breaks Lonnie Machin out. He breaks Anarky out. And then he says, kill him. You just make sure you kill him. And then Black Canary Laurel comes in. She's like, excuse me, Oliver? And then he's like, I got this plan under control. Then it gets out of control. And he's like, well, I don't know what to do. And it's one of those things where it's just one of those moments. It's really cool, too. I like seeing that. And then I was about to, think that Laurel was going to say, I told you so, but she didn't, which is good, because I feel like that would have been weird. But anyway, they track Anarky down to Damien Darhk's house, Damien Darhk's home, and they end up just, whamming in there, wham bam, thank you ma'am, goes in there, okay, saves Damien Darhk's family. Thea goes after Machin, and then Oliver fights with Damien Darhk a little bit. He tells Darhk, hey, I saved your family, and then Darhk's like, okay, you get to stay with yours for now. The game's on pause right now. But it was really cool to see that as well. and then we get a little bit more of Thea and Lonnie Machen escaped. Anarky got away, which I think he might come back. And they might bring him back this season. I have no idea. Maybe not. Maybe he'll lay low. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's really cool to see that we still have a possibility of Anarky returning later on. So, yeah. But what did you guys think of this episode? I don't think there's anything else except for Felicity and the whole wheelchair thing. I think she will be in a wheelchair. I didn't see her in the new promo in a wheelchair. I don't think I saw one. It was kind of hard because everything was going so fast. But, yeah, the doctors said, hey, she's going to be in this permanently. She's going to be, like, dealing with this disability permanently. And then, but here's what I think. I think that she will not deal with this permanently. I think that what's going to happen is that she will be in this wheelchair for a little while. But that's too Oracle. Even though they're saying they're not doing Oracle, I feel like if they put her in that wheelchair permanently, that will be kind of Oracle-ish. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I think what they're gonna do is maybe the Felicity episode with her father, because we've seen Goth Felicity in one of the trailers, which I will break down. I forgot to break it down, but I will later. We've seen Goth Felicity, so we're gonna get a big Felicity episode with her father, the calculator. So what I think in that episode, maybe she'll overcome her disability. I don't know, or maybe not. Maybe we'll wait for season 5, or whatever's gonna happen. But what I'm thinking is that she won't be in it forever. Like I think it'll just be like one of these things where you just like sit out for a little while for some of the episodes, kind of like what Oliver did when he died. Well, not died, but on the verge of death. Oliver sat out for some of the episodes, then came back. So it's kind of like one of those things. I think that's what they're doing with Felicity. And let's go into the big reveal. Yes, the grave. Felicity is not in the grave, and I kind of knew that from the beginning when they showed Felicity in the hospital bed. It was like, they're not going to kill her off. It's like I knew from the beginning, hey, they're not going to kill her off. Even though I kind of freaked out with my reaction of that in the mid-season finale, I still knew, yeah, they're not going to do that. Like, afterwards, after I was done and I calmed down, I was like, they're not going to kill her. Like, they can't kill off Felicity. Diggle, however, just boom. Diggle's number 1 on my list. Then maybe Thea, maybe Quentin. I don't think they'd do Thea. They've already kind of killed her and brought her back. So why would they repeat the same story? They're not really repetitive as well, So it's kind of like, hey, I think Diggle's going to be the one to get killed. Now, well, that's going to be sad because David Paul Ramsey is like the best on the show, one of the best. So it's going to be sad if we lose him, but, got to do what you got to do, right? And then we saw Felicity in the car, and it's like, hey, you got to kill Damien Darhk. Like, I don't even care. You got to kill him. You got to kill him. You got to kill this fool. And then she wasn't really, like, she was sitting down, so you can't really tell or not if her disability's gone. I feel like they kind of just revealed, hey, her disability's going to go away. Because that scene, to me, just felt like, I don't think she's going to have her disability for long. Even though she was sitting down, it kind of felt like, to me, like she could stand. You know what I mean? But it was kind of weird like that. Then we also got some stuff with Damien Darhk's wife, talking about the vigilantes. She's going to be running against Oliver for mayor in the next episodes, which is going to be really exciting as well. But what did you guys think about this episode? Comment down below. Links up there to my other videos. Links in there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and Sims channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe those. Updates. I'm going to be doing an Arrow trailer breakdown. Like I said, they dropped the teaser for Roy and some other characters that are coming back. So I'm going to be doing that breakdown next. Then I'm going to be doing a Captain America video for the special that they did. It's going to be a small video, not really that big of a deal. But yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.